Public Schools Jazz Ensembles. Let's give our performers a round of applause. So tonight is sort of modeled after our Music in Our Schools Month concerts. If you are familiar with those, we have our middle school jazz ensemble with us, our high school jazz ensembles, and we also, new addition this year, have our vocal jazz ensemble with us. So we are excited to have a really fun performance for you all. Jazz heads are a little bit more laid back, but still some audience etiquette. Please make sure that your phones are silenced. We'll wait. Y'all know I stop if I hear them in the middle of something. Okay, great. So phones are silenced. Make sure no flash photography. It is distracting to the performers. And just please remain seated during the performances. However, jazz is a little bit more interactive. We can clap. If you hear a solo and it's in the middle of a piece and you like what you hear, then give us a round of applause. The groups feed off of that energy, so it's really nice to have that acknowledgement through the concert. Before we do begin tonight, I want to thank a few key people that make this happen. First of all, our fabulous custodial staff that prepared the spaces for this evening, so thank you to our custodial staff. Our administration, both our principals at Pierce and the high school and our central staff or central office administration, they are wonderful supporters of our programs. So big round of applause for them and all that they do for us behind the scenes. I want to give a shout out to our parent group, FAME, who are Friends and Advocates of Music Education. They are huge supporters of our program and help out with many musical endeavors for our students. A lot of our students here participate in festivals. Pearson High School students, if you have participated in SEMSPA or districts or All-State, just put your hands up. Put your hands up if you have participated in those this year. FAME helps send all of those students to different festivals. They help with a bunch of different initiatives, fundraising, so if you want to get involved, join their Bravo Boosters. I want to also thank our students who are here filming and taking pictures this evening from Mr. Lepresti's Wildcat News class. They will have all the pictures posted online and the videos up somewhere. Maybe not YouTube, but will be on the school website after. So you can check out the performance afterwards if you want to revisit the night. And I want to thank our tech crew who have come to a bunch of rehearsals to help us out so we sound the best we can up here. So big round of applause for our student tech crew as well. So, first of all, I want to acknowledge Ms. Hannah, our vocal director here at the high school. She will be directing our jazz choir, and I also want to give a big round of applause for Mr. Ortiz, our middle school band director. Our first group of the evening is our jazz quartet. I am going to hand it over to Leah Menares to introduce them and their set.
Hi guys, my name is Liam Benares. I'm a member of the MHS Jazz Band. This is our jazz quartet. We've been trying to figure out a name for it all year. I think we landed on the Tim Fay tribute band. That was known. We're going to be playing a night in Tunisia. Not the hard version. We couldn't make that happen. Sorry. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Up next, we have our R&B ensemble. So I'm going to invite them to the stage. While they get ready, actually all of the groups here from the high school rehearse outside of the school day. So they're here early in the morning, late at night, preparing all of these different pieces for you. All right. Our R&B ensemble is going to be performing a version of Just the Two of Us. And I want to give a big shout out to Amelia Cardoza, who stepped in very much last minute today to perform this with us. So big round of applause. This next tune that we have for you is called My Favorite Things. Might be familiar to some of us. We have Layla Raven featured on alto sax and Dan Wickerberg featured on trumpet. Thank you, thank you. This next tune is called Back Home Again in Indiana, and it will feature James Malik on tenor sax and our saxophone section. Thank you, thank you. This last tune for the high school set this evening is a really fun arrangement of the tune Black Orpheus, and it will feature Liam Menares on tenor sax and our whole rhythm section. So Black Orpheus is our last one for the high school set tonight. back up for our finale of Second Line, and I want to invite one of our senior jazz band members, Orla Cross, up to tell you a little bit about Triumph and our Music Discovery Night. I really hope you enjoyed this evening. You were a wonderful audience. This is our traditional grand finale for our jazz night. This is the Second Line March that will feature a whole bunch of soloists. We hope you enjoy.